Well, college football has arrived, and now I'm going to do a new thing of Haters Guide, roasting teams that even if the top 25 team has won, they are still going to be roasted. Even like this team, for instance, in Penn State. But let's start with one of the teams that we expected to lose.
Honestly, this could have been the best thing that's happened to the Miami Hurricanes this year. There is no way, and I even picked LSU to beat Miami. And once again, they have proven to us that they are a pretender and not a contender. And LSU, come on, you play a team that's overrated. And yet, they're in my top 5 overrated teams for crying out loud. So I know they're on the number 8 team, but guess what? Don't talk to me unless you play like Alabama or someone. Next. Penn State, I just have one question for you. Were you trying to become like your older brothers in Michigan when they were playing Appalachian State? Were you going to play like they were? Personally, I got one question. I have this one good question. And it's a question I need to know. How the heck do you almost lose to Appalachian State? Are you trying to become like Michigan not a long time ago? Are you trying to be that? It's like saying Kansas beats Alabama. That's how it is. Now I'm starting to believe that Penn State's an overrated team. And I thought you guys were a contender. At this point, you're a pretender. Next! Let's be for real. Did you really think Texas was going to win? No, I didn't even pick them to win. And the funniest part is we had an 86-minute delay, and guess what happened? Texas lost to Maryland back to back. Oh man, you're making Vince Young disappointed, Texas. Once again, now the fans want him, your head coach, fired. Are you kidding me? You want him gone? This just proves that Texas is once again overrated. Next. Oh my gosh, are you really serious with me? Who? I'd like to know who would pick Louisville in this situation. Let's be for real. The team's no longer that good. Every time Alabama plays a team that is pathetic. And once again, they played another team that is pathetic. That's not even ranked. Wake me up, Alabama, when you played a top 2 team. Next. A game that you should have won, Washington, but this time you became the choker. Washington, literally, I favored you, and you have hurt in the Pac-12. It turns out, though, Washington's not actually out of its chances to win the national championship. They are literally ranked 9th. There were like 3 opportunities that this Washington Huskies team could have had, and guess what? They blew it. They blew it. Auburn, I can't believe that you won again. Now Washington now knows how it actually feels to lose to Auburn. Don't get me wrong, what Auburn did was actually pretty amazing. But still, it wasn't against a team like Alabama. It was against a team like Washington, which both teams played like an equally powerful defensive way. And honestly, you played against a quarterback named Justin Herbert, who so far to me has proven that he's the most overrated quarterback in the Pac-12 right now. And yet he doesn't get too comfortable, the coach said. We lost because he didn't get comfortable. That makes no sense. Anyway, you lost. You won. Auburn, you won. Congrats, but you didn't play a team like Alabama. Are you showing us that you're going to beat Alabama and Georgia? Does this game really prove that they can actually beat those guys? Come on. Wake me up if you beat Georgia. Next. Look at that. Notre Dame. You played Michigan once again. And another overrated team that I think who is overrated. Michigan is so badly overrated. Notre Dame, you even play against a team like Alabama or Georgia or Auburn. You played Michigan. I don't care if they were ranked 14th. You played an overrated team. And also, Michigan, what did you just prove us once again? You have proven us that you are also overrated. Where are you ranked? Oh, 20th. You are literally ranked now 20th. Your season's over. You know that. If you've literally over the years with Jim Harbaugh have only beaten 2 ranked teams, only 2, and yet you are 2-8 against ranked teams. So really, we shouldn't even be surprised about this. This team's overrated. You can't beat now Notre Dame. You can't beat Ohio State, and you're definitely not going to beat Michigan State. Next. At this point, I really don't know if I should put UCF in the college football playoffs. Some fool even says if they go undefeated again, it's because and miss the playoffs. That would be outrageous. How would it be outrageous? It would make sense if they were in a big conference. Even though I have made a video about complaining, but at this point, I don't think we should even talk about UCF. They have an easy schedule, for crying out loud. They only got one team in the big conference, in one of the top 5 conferences they'll have to play. In North Carolina? You kidding me? Wake me up until you beat another ranked team in a bowl game. Next! Another team that I think is overrated. In Georgia. I don't care if you're a Georgia fan or you want to defend Uncle Lou. This team did choke in its biggest stage. And honestly, the team didn't impress me. Wake me up when you play Auburn. Next! Was there any doubt that what Clemson was going to beat? Furman? Really? Was there really any doubt? You serious with me right now? Really? Oh my gosh, I shouldn't even talk about this, but sadly I have to. Clemson, you've proven nothing. You didn't even prove one single thing. All you did was just beat a miniature junior league football team at that point. Wake me up when you play a big ranked team. Next! Well, look, everybody, it's the defending Las Vegas Bowl Boise State Broncos trying to prove that a Mountain West team can make the college football playoffs. Can we be real for a second? We all knew that Troy was not going to beat Boise State. Boise State's too good for Troy. And for crying out loud, Boise State. And the only way you're going to make the college football playoffs if you join the Pac-12, which you have refused to go to several times. Wake me up when you play a big team. Next! Do I have to say it on this one? Once again, another ranked team playing against a junior high school football team. Once again. And really, you only have a big test in 2 weeks against Ohio State. So the more you play these soft college football teams, and I think it's funny that they are still, I think, ranked at the exact same ranking they were last in week 1. They're still the same. They're still the same ranked. And let me tell you something. Wake me up when you play Ohio State. Next. The fact that you came back and almost lost to Utah State is kind of pathetic. At this point in week 1, I think this was the most pathetic of them all. Next to Penn State, actually. I state that because you almost lost to Utah State. Almost losing to Utah State is like kissing your sister. That's basically what Utah State, playing against Utah State and almost losing to Utah State is like. Don't get me wrong, yeah, they deserve the win, but because of this, they actually got ranked down. So that's your own fault. Wake me up when you play someone big. Or maybe you shouldn't play someone big, because at this point, if you can barely handle a team like Utah State, you probably can't handle anyone big. Next! Did you seriously think Oregon State was actually going to beat Ohio State? Did you really think that the Ohio State Buckeyes with no Urban Meyer was not going to beat this team? My gosh, for those who even think that, there was something wrong with me. Well, not me, because I didn't pick them. Something would be wrong with you. Oh my gosh, like seriously? Anybody can beat Oregon State. Even Oregon State can beat its own team. Even an arena football team can. Wake me up until you play a bigger team. Next. This was, to me, the most funniest game of the week. Because really, who was the fool that picked Texas to make the college football playoffs on Fox Sports? Was a total joke. They lost on Maryland back-to-back. Overrated. Next. The fact that you actually beat a team like Tennessee, which I did pick Tennessee to actually win, I was kind of surprised. I thought West Virginia was going to fall apart, but you know what? They've proven themselves that they can be a team like Tennessee. Only Tennessee. They haven't proved themselves yet they can be a team like Oklahoma, Texas, TCU. They haven't proved that to us. So wake me up when you prove to us that you could be at teams like that. Next! Did you all thought an upset was going to happen in Wisconsin? No. Nobody saw an upset coming from Wisconsin. But really, Wisconsin proved that they can beat teams like Western Kentucky. You kidding me? Look, Wisconsin to me right now, at this point, may look like a good team. Ranked too high, but here's the problem. They need to beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. And yeah, they still got to play teams like Michigan and Michigan State. If you could beat those two teams, maybe I'll give you a chance against Ohio State. But for now, I can't. And I'm not surprised about this win of yours. Next! The fact that you had a frustrating game against San Diego State just tells me I would be worried if I were a Stanford Cardinal fan. Stanford's got a big game this next week in USC, who we'll be getting into. But how did Bryce Love do? How the heck did you get 29 yards out of this whole game? You are literally my Heisman Trophy winner, and yet you get 29 yards. Look, even though they did win, it was against a nobody. For crying out loud. You didn't even play anyone in the Pac-12 yet. Wake me up when you... Oh, actually, they're going to wake me up, because I'm hoping gonna watch that Stanford versus USC game. That should be a good one. I highly recommend you people watching it. Next! Honestly, I was not surprised that they would beat a team like this. Anybody can beat this type of team, okay? Mississippi State, wake me up if you can upset Alabama. Next! Well, there comes my favorite team. You thought I was going to skip them. Honestly, I don't care what the score was in the end. It's the beginning that concerned me. What did it look like? It really, to me, looked like Eastern Washington was playing Oregon again, and that team actually gave Oregon struggle. How the heck did you give Bowling Green 24 points? Obviously, I can't tell if you're not ready for the big teams yet. I know you're ranked, but my gosh, if you're one of the favorites to beat Washington, you better prove yourself. And yet they're playing Portland State. Wake me up until you play Stanford. Next! Another team in the Pac-12 that's actually having struggles. How the heck is the Pac-12 between Stanford, Oregon, and now USC had struggling first quarters? But USC had a more longer struggling quarter until the fourth quarter. Honestly, I still think your guys are overrated. You may still be favorites to win the Pac-12 South, but still, you are still overrated. I mean, come on. You just all of a sudden start scoring points against UNLV. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My cousin even goes to that school, and yet he's a fan. And yet, look, I don't care if this was UNLV. It's proven us something. USC is once again overrated. Now, hey, look at the bright side. At least the blind snapper actually got a shot to play. Lots of respect for him. But this team's overrated. Next! And you people thought Willie Taggart is a top 25 head coach. You lost to Virginia Tech. In Virginia Tech, you didn't prove anything. You've only beaten a Florida State team with Willie Taggart, who so far has been a choker against ranked teams, and he's not ready for pressure, so you haven't really surprised me, unless you meet Clemson. Florida State, you got embarrassed, and now the fans want Taggart gone already after one game, and 5 turnovers. Holy crap. But I'm loving it. I love this choke fest that Florida State's having. And now here are the new top 25 teams right now in college football. And hopefully tomorrow, when I can get the proper schedule for my Bleacher Report for these top 25 teams, I can enjoy something and do predictions as usual. Because so far I've now lost 3 games in my predictions. Not bad for the top 25. But anyway, Alabama, Clemson, they're not surprisingly are not changed. Georgia, not surprised. Ohio State, really? You gave 31 points to Oregon State, and yet you're somehow number 4. How the heck did you come number 4 after giving 31 points to the Oregon State Beavers? Wisconsin 5, Oklahoma 6, Auburn 7, Notre Dame 8, Washington 9. Washington season is not over yet, folks. It's because now they're ranked 9. So don't worry, Washington. Your season's not over yet. Just win the remainder of your games, and you could probably be in it. Stanford at 10, LSU 11, Virginia Tech 12, 13 Penn State, West Virginia at 14, Michigan State 15, TCU 16, USC 17, Mississippi State stays the same for some odd reason. Probably because they played a high school junior team or something. UCF 19th, Boise State 20, Michigan 21, Miami 22, Oregon 23. Yet Mississippi State stays where it is. Oregon moves up. I don't know. I guess that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. South Carolina 24 and Florida 25. I have no idea how the heck Florida is in this. But honestly, can't wait for week 2 for my predictions. If you want to see more of this Hater's Guide on college football, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button, share this with your friends, and subscribe to me for more videos like this one. This is TGTV Tank Mode, signing off.